All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Psychos Platters live stream, always powered by coffee, each and every time, ladies and gentlemen. So, I know it's been about 8, 9 days. The last time I was on was Thanksgiving. Um, I'm not going to make this too long of a broadcast, I don't think. I basically just got done being off of Rachel's. I was on there for a little while, and I actually enjoyed it. I always like being on other people's broadcasts just as much as I like doing my own. Hi, Hudson. How you doing? I hope you're doing all right. Um, truth be, Hudson, you just reminded me of something. Shame on me, I did not get my complete homework for myself done. I watched, of course, Get Back Part 1, Part 2, and I started about 20 minutes into Part 3. I need to finish that. It's just I've been doing them in 30-minute segments and carried over from Episode 2, so I still need to watch the rest. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow. Hopefully. We shall see. And but needless to say, I thought, I would come on here for a little while because I haven't been here a while. Hi, Jim. How are you? What up? Well, this is what's up for Saturday night. And I just, like I said, I thought I'd just come on here for a little while, maybe like 90 minutes at the most, I think. But I like flitting onto other people's broadcasts and such. I was on Groovy Lisa's stream last night for a little while with a couple other people. Excuse me a second. Oh, all right. Maybe my friend Doug Fields, aka the Vinyl Grotto, will maybe make an appearance. That would be very, very nice. What kind of physical media do I collect? Oh, believe you me, Jim. Hang on a second. I got all kinds of shit here. Hang on a second. So we do lots of music and such. Oh boy. Okay, I'm sorry. Hang on. Of course, I come on here and then everyone and their mother is trying to get a hold of me for different reasons. So, collect vinyl. For example, Rockin' with Dockin'. That's right. Rockin' with Dockin'. Breaking the chains. Or Alone Again Without You. I sing very badly, Jim. You'll notice that if you haven't already. Also, I do collect CDs. Yeah, I just finally got this back. Even though this has been gone for a few years, I did an interesting cash/trade with some vinyl that I really didn't need anymore. So I finally got part 3 of Anthology. So now I have all 3 of those. I also go off and I read interesting music biographies. This Peter Frampton here, Do You Feel Like I Do? Excellent read. If you're a Frampton fan, even if you're not a Frampton fan, he name checks a lot of different people. Okay. Obviously, you got Humble Pie, and he talks about the Beatles. He talks about the Stones. He talks about a whole bunch of stuff. So if you can find it cheap, grab that Frampton. He may still even have some signed editions too, actually, because he was doing those at one point or another. Oh, okay. You'll have to excuse me a second. My buddy Scott from up in Illinois. Oh, okay. He currently is at the Yngwie Malmsteen concert over in Belvidere, Illinois. I'm originally from Chicagoland area. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell you something, Jim. That shit kills everybody. That really expensive vinyl, all right? When it comes to anything new, I'm sorry, CD is what I'm going to grab. If I have an option for LP or CD, I will get the CD first because it's a third of the price of the vinyl. And I figured down the line, if I love the album that much and the vinyl I can find it cheap, then I'll snag it. And yeah, you know what? It probably would behoove you to get those 3 anthologies, although the third one, I know some of it might end up really being outdated now that they get back and everything else. No, Hudson, I don't have it on vinyl. I would love to have them on vinyl, but if I remember correctly, even back when they originally did it in the mid 90s, way too expensive. And even now, I know I saw the anthologies on vinyl within the last couple of years somewhere. Did they reissue them, or is it just my mistake? I don't know. Yeah, new stuff, I'm doing CDs. That's just how it is. There's a lot of play. Yeah, Hudson's pretty good on all that stuff, Beatle related wise. Hey, you know what? I am all right. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed to NC Vinyl Picker, aka Art, please do so. I like a bunch of other people was in his very cool contest. Show your promos. And I cannot wait to see what that box of goodies is. You saw originals, yeah, back in the mid '90s. They were around. They were around. I want to say Best Buy or maybe Media Play. My dad passed in '15. Lived the Beatles. Wish you could. No kidding. That so far that Get Back documentary is stellar. I love it. I am going to be a sucker and buy in April 2022 is the release date supposedly for the physical media for the Get Back and 4 more hours of bonus content. All right. So yeah, and then some other cool stuff that's coming up. Beatle related wise in 2022, 2023. Hey Jeff, how are you? Good to see you, of course. We should get yeah, no kidding, right? That's the thing. All of us Beatle fans can do these. I'm just glad that documentary came out, okay, because it did answer some questions. But because we've been asking, well, for what, 50 years, some of the woulda, coulda, shoulda situations involved around all of that. Yeah, please do. Michael really seems like a very interesting person. I'll tell you that based on some of the interviews that I have seen on that. Before I go any further and possibly invite anybody that wants to come on up, I have some other people that said they might show up. Speaking of one, hello from King Taco, getting a burrito and quesadilla. Yum, yum. New subs. And thank you very much to the people that have subscribed to the Psycho Platter Network. I'll tell you, I love you guys. I love each and every one of you just as much as I love coffee. All right, well, maybe I love coffee more. No, just kidding. Metal Ben's Chronicles, Indie Discs, Daniel Gurkoff. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Paul Green 11, Grow Daddy, Dave Barry, Amanda Doyle, Dusty Spins, and Rock Rebel are all new subscribers to the Psycho Platter Network. And I am very grateful, extremely grateful. And yeah, no kidding on the yum bit. You're right, but damn it. Okay, so I like Let It Be, the movie, okay? And but I really do love this Get Back documentary. And so to have both of those, well, thank you, Jim, for doing that. I try to do honest reviews, okay, good or bad. Honestly, most of the music reviews that I have done for 10 years have been relatively positive. I think, out of all the albums I've ever reviewed, I don't even think there's a handful that I thought sucked. Now, saying that, I've got a shit ton, and I say shit ton, of stuff I am so behind on, and I feel so bad. Life has been kind of something else. But I don't know. I guess Vinyl Grotto's having StreamYard issues. He says he can see me on YouTube. So you want to see one of the... I know I said I was going to do the Badfinger stuff, but I think I'm going to wait on that because I want to talk about this for a second. By the way, I put a link up if anybody wants to come up. I did not pay this price, by the way, you're going to see, but I like shopping brick and mortar stores if I can find something brick and mortar. Okay. Yeah, I would honestly tell you, I think you need to see, I think the Beatle fans need to have the original perspective. Okay. The original perspective. I did have, excuse me, because I lent it to my friend who has passed away. And I went and spoke to her significant other, and he can't find the damn thing. It was a bootleg I got, but it was an 86 VHS transfer. Okay, so it wasn't that great quality wise. Hi, Mick, how are you? Always good to see you. Okay. You know what? I don't really honestly know, Art. The last thing, and this was before the Get Back documentary came on, okay? I remember that somebody showed on YouTube, like they were doing side-by-side comparison of the 86 VHS version with, in 2001, Apple was looking into a clean up Let It Be. Okay. And even the 2001 was a lot better. Oh, are you there, sir? I see a white light. Come to the light, sir. Come to the light. Doug, this is the Vinyl Grotto, ladies and gentlemen. His YouTube is the Vinyl Grotto Radio Show, if I remember correctly. I feel bad because I haven't been able to see Doug for close to 2 months. And Doug, I'll tell you this. Half of it was because I was ill, seriously. And I wasn't going to... I just got over I don't know if we want to call it a nasty cold, but it was not fun, and I certainly did not want to give it to anybody else. Okay, I guess the opening act for Yngwie Malmsteen is Sin Lord, whatever that is, and he's showing me very cool pictures of Sin Lord. So back to the Let It Be issue. So I know, unless they've taken it down since the Get It Be documentary is released. Crap. Doug, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I apologize. Some snafu happened. And so the thing is that I just know that they had clips of it. Like for example, the comparison I was speaking of, they did the rooftop concert. So the whole rooftop concert was shown 86 VHS version, and then this 2001 cleaned up. And even the 2001 version looked heck of a lot better. Jim, you take care of yourself. And yeah, please do if you can. Our next guest, I hope you come in better. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Hey,
I feel bad. How are you? I feel bad for Doug. Doug always seems to be having tech issues trying to get up on here. I don't know. Hi, Cap. Yeah, you know, Jeff, you're right. I just read here. It says there used to be Let It Be outtakes on YouTube, not anymore. Yeah, because, oh, geez, Jeff, I can't remember who the guy was. He had like about 3 hours I
Yeah.
remember that. I all 3 hours, and he
Mhm.
timed them.
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful stuff. And I'm
Wasn't
like, never heard that.
there was somebody that had some outtakes that was in black and white though. So was that the same guy?
Oh no, I
You're getting
apologize.
told?
No, I was talking about audio.
Oh, okay.
Now, as far as for video,
hmm
um, I maybe black. I'm trying to remember black and white, black and white. I don't recall coming across any black and white outtakes, although I wonder if any of that stuff finally landed in the
Yeah.
film.
Because there's even what we saw, that's just a little bit of it, There's so
You're
much
talking what,
more.
56 hours? I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
56
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, yeah.
I did you get to see all of it?
Oh yeah, I saw it a couple of times.
3 parts. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my son has Disney Plus, so he just came over and here you go, Dad. Here's the so flip the
Nice.
button and there you go. Yeah, it
Nice.
was kind of. I noticed it was kind of almost like a cut and paste because there's a little bit of this was in the movie, a little bit of that
Yeah.
was in the movie, a little bit of this, and a lot of episode 3. So, but it was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I really honestly think so. Sorry here. I ever two more to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, my buddy Scott is at the Yngwie Malmsteen show. He was going to try to be nice. Yeah. And get me, 'cause I would have paid him back a signed CD. Okay. And he just told me shortly before I came to broadcast, oh, it's at the merch table, but it's $100. I said, hell no. No. I should have known better because on Yingwei's website, the vinyl is $100. So I guess I should have known better. But where I was going, I think this is going to be my next music review because I did not expect to find this. Now, if anybody out there's got a Barnes and Noble near them, it may behoove you to go take a look at the CD music section. The one in Rogers here, there is not. The one in Fayetteville, Arkansas does have it, but it already has been split in half. It's like they're moving things around mixed with there's other things going into what used to be the music area.
Yeah.
And they currently now have 30% off on all their music CDs that are in stock, anything. Okay. And if you're a member, you get 10% more. So I got 40% off, but I was looking for this thing and I told everybody, and I've said it again, although I don't know how much longer I'll be able to buy from brick and mortar stores when it comes to CDs, but I do have the 2 CD special edition of the 40th anniversary of Tattoo You from the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
That's right. And I have been wanting this damn thing for a few weeks. Now, here's the laugh and a half. The CD is made in Czech Republic. Why the hell is it made in Czech Republic? Are you trying to tell me there's that much problem with the CD angle like there was with vinyl and they had to go to all of these pressing plants in different countries? I didn't think there was an issue with the CD presses, but maybe I'm wrong. So needless to say, I only spent $15.
Ain't bad. Yeah.
That's not bad for double CD. 9 unreleased studio tracks.
Have you listened to some of it?
I haven't opened it yet.
Okay.
There is one on YouTube of the 9, and I like it. And sometimes I like to play, what is it? One of my friends, I can't remember who told me, they call it like Monday morning quarterback. So it's like you go and play these unreleased tracks, no matter what the album is that you maybe got, okay?
Yeah.
And you play the game, okay, would one of these unreleased tracks be better than what originally was on the album? No matter what that album is. And I don't mind. I say, as opposed to, talking Beatles Stones for a second, that being that it took this long to get anthologies, let's face 25 years, right? And then, and like I said, I'm happy to get finally the last part here. But again, but so you know, I mean, you're talking about the BBC followed by those anthologies. Then you didn't get squat. Okay, I think there was a BBC Volume 2, which I'm still looking for, but that was a few years later. So the Stones, at least, were kind of smart over these last few years, and they dug through the damn vaults. And I think they started, if I remember correctly, it was either Sticky Fingers or Exile that they added the extra stuff. And I'm like, and even then I'm like going, damn, there was one that Clapton did with them. And I even liked that song. And I said, how come that did? I mean, I know Exile was what, 20 tracks? It was a double album. And I was just like, hell, this should have been on the album. But then you start going, well, what do you take to replace off of it? That's the Monday morning quarterback bit. Go Ted Soup. I heard all those outtakes. Jimmy Page is on Scarlet, which that's interesting in itself. And then I'm trying to remember. I think this was the next in line. So considering that when this album came out, all right. Now, Jeff, I know were you in radio in 81?
Matter of fact, I smuggled a copy of Waiting on a Friend, the Rolling Stones single, into my radio station.
Oh, I love that damn song.
It was 21,
I mean, Start Me Up always gets my blood pumping, but I'm telling you, the next favorite on there is Waiting on a Friend, because I love that sax line. Oh, God. That thing, that's a beautiful song. And then what was it? Hang Fire and Little TNA, Keith's little number there. I love that one. And there's like 4 or 5 singles that came off that damn album. I can't remember. I can't remember the other one. But so the thing is, I mean, I got this for Christmas. So I was 14 and I got this for Christmas. And I remember my parents were like, strange looking album. I said, maybe so, guys, but it's kick-ass music. And so that was the last. I was telling my friend Donna Joe Cat Lady this. I said, you know, that was my last Stones album I bought almost for the decade, because when Undercover came out, I remember MTV, you know, they always had the big premiere and shit. And I heard Undercover of the Night, and I'm going, and I'm like, it was okay, but it sounded too busy. You get what I'm saying? It was all over the fucking place. And I'm going, I don't know about this. Yeah. See, Greg, we must be, you're 67. I was born in 67, Greg. So I was just there you go. You weren't even a twinkle in the daddy's eye yet. So yeah, and I mean, and then She Was Hot, and then I'm like, and then what was the next one? Dirty Work, which okay, I like Harlem Shuffle, but it wasn't that great. One Hit to the Body, Jimmy Page back on it again, was okay. And I'm like, oh, shit. And Steel Wheels, which came out in 89, was definitely better than those last 2 albums. But I didn't buy Steel Wheels brand new. So it was like maybe almost 90 by the time I bought that. So yeah, I mean, and truthfully, I didn't buy another Stones album till Bigger Bang in 2005. I actually enjoyed that album, really.
I bought most of them on album, and then I bought that, what was that Greatest Hits album that came out in 84? I don't remember what it was called. Rewind or something.
Right.
And it had a VHS, a video rewind. I bought that one, and I wasn't crazy about the one, Dirty Work. Steel Wheels was okay. But that Steel Wheels was the last album that Bill was on. I kind of felt the Stones weren't the Stones when Bill Wyman left.
You're right. You're
Just
right.
my opinion. Yeah.
See, and this is the thing that makes me a little nervous. Okay, for 2020. Well, might as well say 2022 because we're almost there.
Yeah.
I hope that the Stones are smart and they put out. So I heard two things. I'm not sure how true either of them totally are.
Mm-hmm.
But one, there is a complete new studio album done. Charlie, they got it just done.
Right before he got ill.
Charlie passed. So he'd be on this whole thing, right? So that's one thing I heard. The second thing I heard, and I mean, we're talking Blue and Lonesome came out, I think, in 2016. They made a second volume. Yeah. And so those two things may be the last, if that's true, those are the last two things that'll have Charlie Watts for brand new stuff. And I'm sorry. Okay, fine. I get why they're finishing the tour with Steve Jordan. I mean, he's a great drummer, but he's not Charlie. And as long as everybody understands that, they'll get through it. But I kind of hope that's it. I hope they kind of sort of pull the plug on this, because I don't think I really want, after these two albums coming out. And I cannot remember what they said is going to be next in the archival series. That tattoo is, I guess it probably would be, well, shit. Usually they try to do things within some certain time span, but there was nothing that came out in 72, 82, 92.
Did they have they reissued some girls yet?
No, and I'll tell you, that's would
the one
be
I
fun.
want to see. I want to see that one.
That, and supposedly there's at least half an album of outtakes for It's Only Rock and Roll.
Oh, okay, that'd be good.
So either of those would be great for them to come out. I remember when Emotional Rescue came out.
Me too.
Boy, did that end up in the cutout bins very fast.
Yeah, it was okay.
It did. It ended up in that cutout bin very fast. And I mean, I liked a couple songs, and I did buy it when it was in the cutout price. Mama didn't raise no fool. And cutouts were fun. I'll tell you that I remember there used to be this place I went to in Algonquin, Illinois, when my grandma would be going all over the place. And it was a department store that's no longer there. Weebolt's was a small chain out in Chicagoland. And I remember grabbing in the cutout bins Emotional Rescue, and so you're talking about probably 3 years after the fact. Do you remember when the Sgt. Pepper picture discs, the original ones, came out in 78? But it said made in Canada for some reason. I don't know why. I grabbed one of those dirt cheap. They had like about a dozen of them in that damn cutout bin. But I'm like, I can't even remember the ridiculous cheap price I got for that damn thing. I wish I had it. I still wish I had it, but I don't.
In Oklahoma City, they had all of these used record stores, and they had about 5 or 6, just bang, 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 And there was one that was in Oklahoma City for like 30 some odd years called Rainbow Records, and it's gone. And there was a couple other. There was all. I mean, I could go up there with $10 and find 6 records, or swap them, and find stuff that somebody had listened to once. And that's how I got a lot of those. That's how I got a copy of my Emotional Rescue and a couple other things like that.
Yeah, you brought up Rainbow. Obviously not the same Rainbow, but for about 10 years, we had a Rainbow Records in Palatine, Illinois, and then it moved to Barrington, and then somebody bought it. So it's no longer that anymore, like within the last year. Sorry, I'm Mr. Popular here for some reason.
That one was around forever. They had bootleg CDs. And they had them. They had a double disc bootleg CD of Pink Floyd I wanted to buy, but it was on sale for $70. And I thought,
damn,
I'm not paying that. That was before all the outtakes and stuff came out.
And that's funny you bring up Pink Floyd. I came across, oh God, it was in the 90s this was made. I wish I had them right now. I would, maybe if I find them for next broadcast or two. I'll bring them out. There was a place here just slightly outside of town. It was in Avoca, Arkansas. So it's like you're heading towards Eureka Springs. And this dude, somebody told me on a recommendation, hey, he's got vinyl. Okay. So he was a small business and his hours were weird. So I called and he's like, well, I'm not there today. I'll come tomorrow. Okay. The vinyl was nothing fancy. It was Manavani and Reader Digest box sets and shit. He had hundreds and hundreds. He could have had about 1,000 CDs. And I'm digging through all of these things. And I remember I think it took me 2-3 hours the first time. And I asked him, how much? $1 a piece for you.
Ooh, yeah. That's good.
Be it. Here's another member of the original BC Fab 4.
Hey, Doc.
Somebody told me I could find Rice Krispies here.
Maybe.
Yeah, my
wish real hard, Doc. Wish real hard.
Rice Krispies. Yeah, I'm sorry. Doug Fields, a.k.a. the Vinyl Grotto. For some reason, we're having issues. We cannot seem to be able to pull him up. Excuse me 1 second. Jim, can you said downstate Illinois. I was from northwest suburbs of Chicagoland. I was Crystal Lake, McHenry, Woodstock, Harvard. Whereabouts in downstate would you care to share? I'm curious because I had some friends downstate. Are we talking like Champaign, Rantoul, that kind of stuff? Or are we even talking, crap, what's that town?
Metropolis.
Cairo. Metropolis.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Vinyl Curtain.
Yes, hello.
AKA Mike.
Okay, Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Paul. I don't know Illinois, so
By St. Louis. Okay.
We're
Okay.
away from Oklahoma. Yeah.
All right. Hey Jim. I'll tell you something. Every time I go back up because I go to my mom, I stop in Troy, Illinois. And the only reason why I stop in Troy, Illinois is to get my Jack in the Box fix because we don't have any Jack in the Box where I live. Sad. Very sad. Oh, Belleville. Okay. That's not too far from Troy, I think, right? I don't. I don't know.
There's no Jack in the Box in Michigan.
So Doc, you know what's really funny? So I brought up Dollar Bargoons, and you appear.
Yeah.
That's 90 cents now. That's 90 cents you're owed so far for Bargoons. 95.
What are you doing? Putting that into Google or something?
I'm just in my head. I remember how much. There's an awesome record store in Godfrey. I don't think I've ever been to Godfrey. Oh, you're funny. You're so funny. Yeah, and Helen operates it. Anywho,
I'm just fresh off watching a movie.
Oh yeah.
What you say?
I watched The Sparks Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Do any of you know The Sparks Brothers?
Oh God! You know what, Doc? I'm not gonna lie, Doc. I only found out about Sparks because of Weird Al.
Oh, those guys. Okay, yeah, the guy that.
This time,
he's in the movie. He makes a cameo in the movie. Yes.
Come on to my house.
Okay, those Sparks guys. One I didn't know. Yeah, they did. Didn't they do a song with a member of the Go-Go's or something?
Yes, they did Cool Places with Jane White.
Yeah.
I
know who they are. They've been around forever. They've been around since the late 70s.
They've been around since the early 70s.
Yeah, what
50 years.
Yeah,
and they're basically unknown. Whatever.
If you go back a ways on the early cable, they had a show called New Wave Theater way back in the late 70s, and it was on. If you remember that. You remember that? It was a bit of a ways, but they were on there. So it was kind of like, like, what is this stuff?
No, I knew about Sparks even before Larry Gray.
That's what he's talking about is Graham Parker and the Rumor.
I've
heard that album. I like Parker, another underrated.
But they made that documentary about Sparks, and I've been wanting to watch that for quite a while. And finally tonight I got to it, and it is good.
It is okay.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of Sparks,
yeah, where's it at?
Who's showing it?
Can't
say.
Okay. Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay.
Really?
That means I went around the usual ways.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll Google it.
We know, Doc.
Yeah, exactly. I had Kimono My House years ago when I had vinyl.
Yeah.
And I never replaced it.
So I've never found
that didn't mean I just didn't stop liking them. I just never replaced it.
Yeah. I never listened to that stuff. Albums. My hair was too long. I never listened. My hair was way too long. I didn't listen to that kind of stuff.
I want to say I think like the first 15 are on vinyl. I want to grab them. So I love the stuff. I'm hooked. I'm like, son of a bitch. It only took one song. And that song, you know damn well Freddie Mercury was listening to that song. By the way the vocal histrionics are, because I'm going, he'd be a liar. Freddie would be a liar. Like, I don't know who the Sparks are. Bullshit. You know who they are. Copy that shit.
It's funny in the movie, they moved to England to try to tap into their market because they weren't doing anything here.
Yeah.
And they showed one of the posters, that has a show going on, and the band names they are actually billed over Queen.
Oh, really?
Queen.
You bring up England, and so I found out something. I was watching. I think they were on Top of the Pops. Okay, 73, 74. All right. And in the comments, somebody put, and I thought this was quite interesting because I don't know English television, okay, but maybe you guys can help me out on this. Was the host of Top of the Pops Jimmy Somerville?
Yeah, was he the guy with the long blonde hair? Yeah.
Okay, so get this. So the story goes that the Sparks guitar player, because they were doing they were trying to set things up, the Top of the Pop crew, and the guitarist was helping. I think the drummer was too, to set things up for their part in the show. So here's the thing. So the guitar player, and he was with them for a couple albums, if I remember correctly, he witnessed Jimmy Somerville taking a really young girl into another room. He went. Yes, and he didn't come out for quite a while. And the guitarist tried to go to the head of the crew. Then he tried to go to the next level up and mentioned, "This is what I saw." And of course, the BBC and everybody went. And I'm like, so they fucking knew. At least since 74. They knew. And I'm like, and I only found out about the Jimmy Somerville thing a couple years ago. What a sick pig. I'm glad he's dead, but he should have got put in jail first. Bastard.
Yeah, they're finding the episodes of Top of the Pops all the time that they thought they wiped, because they found one from 1967 with Pink Floyd on it and a lot of different ones. From the 60s and 70s.
Jim's got a good question. Top 2 Beatles album for the pan.
Yeah,
everybody's.
Mine always changes.
But do cops count? I'd like to say, well, like The red and the blue. You're done.
Probably, I would say Revolver, and right now the Let It Be reissue.
Jeff,
Next
I'm
week
pretty
you'll
close.
think.
I'm pretty close to you on that. Let It Be reissue for now.
Mhm.
Although before that, it was a different answer. So
Yeah,
Let It Be
yeah.
reissue for now, but also White Album.
Oh yeah, yeah. With
That's
the demos.
who I've been
Mhm.
up there
Yeah.
for me right now.
Right,
But I
right.
mean, Pepper was on that top 2 for a very long time, and
Mhm.
maybe I just got burned out by Sergeant Pepper, and I just seem to appreciate the White Album a lot more currently. But you know, I mean, well, I think like last year, Abbey Road was in my top 2. So
Yeah.
it always and I know damn well like Revolver and Rubber Soul. You know, they've been, but like the early stuff, like pre-65, none of those
Mhm.
albums, except maybe Meet the Beatles once in a while, but none of the rest of them were ever in my top 2. It's enjoyable listening, but I never had them in my top.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Okay, how about you, Doc? Red and the Blue for you?
I need all the hits.
Okay. Well, I do too, but I mean those other ones too.
You know,
I don't blame you.
You can take Magical Mystery Tour, but then you're missing out on A Day in the Life. So,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So,
and you know, I would actually also agree with that assessment as well. I mean, I've heard that, you know, I did hear the Glenn Johns stuff, okay?
Mhm.
And I don't know. I mean, that whole 69 was just so much miscommunication,
Yeah.
drama. I mean, let's face it. I know Glenn. I think Glenn damn did what he was told.
Yeah.
He did what he was told. He delivered what they asked for. So once again, I ask you two or anybody in the peanut gallery, who's the one that shot Glenn's mixes down? Doc, who are you pointing to?
Peanut Gallery.
On the count of 3, everyone point to your right. 1, 2. That Stooges bit never gets old. So, I mean, seriously, okay? Because I've heard, and I liked it. I liked it, okay? And okay, fine. So they left off Teddy Boy, and they left off the
Don't Let
longer
Me Down.
Dig It, and Save the Last Dance for Me, and the medley. I think they should have put it as that. Honestly, I don't know. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Balding, you're right. And I do not know.
Oh yeah, yeah. You did.
So Balding and Lisa and see, that's the thing. I don't know who shot it down, but yes, Lennon did request Phil Spector. Yeah, Teddy Boy, The Walk. That's right. I liked all those ones. Okay, I did. So I don't know where the source. Okay, so forgive me. Supposedly, and I just wish I knew where I read this. Lennon flew over to America with the tapes and said, "Do something with this film." Now I don't know how true that is.
Yeah. Now this was after. Go ahead. This was after the boys had shelved it. That was after they had shelved it. Like, we don't want to, you know, they pushed it away and did that. Okay, yeah. That was later after the band was, you know.
Right.
That sounds right.
And so, yeah. So the thing is that, okay. Phil Spector, a lot of people back in the day, Phil Spector was God, back to mono, all this stuff. I mean, Brian Wilson worshiped the guy because of the production, and look where that went. But the thing is that Phil Spector was great in his time frame in the early 60s, mid 60s, okay? He wasn't, I don't know what it is, okay? I mean, obviously, we've all listened to Let It Be, okay, until Let It Be Naked came out, okay? So we were used to that. And then, you know, when he did the production for George Harrison's All Things Must Pass and the layered stuff there. I'm used to that by now, okay?
Yeah.
But it's like, what would the records have sounded like if Phil didn't get involved? Because, you know, even in the late 60s, Phil was a fucking nutcase. He always was a nutcase. But, you know, the thing is, hi, Tim. I'm not ignoring you. So,
well, hello, everyone.
Tim. Hello, Tim.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, he was really kind of crazy on the John Lennon's rock and roll stuff, you know.
What is that, Doc? Have you burned him to DVD? You sneak. I love that. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Send some to the Mighty Psycho Box 699.
I worked on that today.
Okay.
Yeah. So, tomorrow I'm going to do that Sparks thing.
Oh, okay. That one.
That's next. Hi, Captain Spaulding. Thank you, Vinyl Curtain. And yes, Windsor, Ontario is in the Banana Belt. Yes. Yes.
The Banana Belt.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, hi.
The Banana Belt.
See, I read the book recently that it was that it was Alan Klein that got Phil Spector involved.
Might be.
Oh, really?
Just to make some money. Because, I mean, that's what he was all about, making money. And you got this album sitting on a shelf and a film sitting on a shelf. Plus,
the
Beatles still hadn't fulfilled their contract for 3 films. So, there you go. Well, they Magical Mystery Tour was the TV show, and they wouldn't count Yellow Submarine, so the Beatles were still owed a film to United Artists.
Yeah.
And yes, Paul McCartney did play Ron Mayle in the Coming Up video.
Yeah.
That was covered in the Sparks documentary.
Yeah.
Along with
most of those people in that Coming Up video were supposed to be somebody that you'd recognize. Not all of them.
Jackson was in there, and whatever.
I don't remember Michael Jackson being
I've always
in
liked
there.
that video.
But Buddy Holly's in there.
Yeah.
I think Timothy B. Schmidt's in there. And the horn players, Hart had recently had the Even It Up video out with those horn players.
Yeah.
I think the horn players are from the Hart's Even It Up video with the one out of sync from the other one.
That's funny. I love that song. But I remember when I think it was Saturday Night Live is when that video got premiered back in '80. I think, if I remember, that's how that.
Okay.
McCartney was supposed. That was a good joke. McCartney was supposed to be on it, but it's like 6 o'clock in the morning in England, and they sent Father Guido Sarducci to try to wake him up.
Yeah,
he
woke him up.
stones in his window.
Yeah.
And finally, he comes out in a bathrobe.
Yeah, he walks. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Wasn't
it about 3 a.m.?
Yeah, I don't know what time.
Middle of the night?
More than that, like 5 a.m.
Yeah, something like that.
I remember Sarducci asked him what his favorite animal is.
Oh, yeah. He said it was a...
He answers a koala bear.
I was getting stoned.
For obvious reasons, joke reasons, he answers the koala bear.
Yeah. You got
one. Talk about McCartney 3.
That's a real one. You're not supposed to. You're
Did
supposed
you get
to
one?
show your...
What's that other one? That white one?
Yeah, your special one.
The rare white.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a rare one there.
I can't get rid of this. I thought I could throw this out after I got through it.
The rare white cover.
I wanted to see it, so I can't throw it out. It's like a what do you call it?
Yeah. That's as famous as this is.
Oh man, I gotta go in there, man. Oh, God.
What the hell was that? Damn it. Tim, what did you show? What you show, Tim?
Family.
Same thing I always show. Partridge Family.
Oh, no.
Mine's in the bedroom.
Hang on a minute.
Gotta.
Always show the Partridge Family.
Exactly. What did I do with McCartney 3? I lost it. Oh. Yeah, somebody wanted to talk about McCartney 3. Said like, hey, I haven't listened to it yet. Isn't it as good as it? To me? Not really.
I think it's good. I like it.
It's okay, but I mean, like, I'm sorry, the voice kind of ruins it.
I
for
think
me.
it's you gotta get. You can't help being an 80-year-old man. You know, I mean, he sings like he sings.
I know, but I mean, the human voice is an instrument too, and if you got a bad instrument, it ruins the songs.
Well, yeah. Well, then Bob Dylan shouldn't have been recording for the last 30 years.
Yeah. So anyway. Oh, are we back again? Okay. Yay. Yep. Okay. Mr. Psycho, you're up.
I can't find my damn still sealed. I can't find my still sealed Notebook album.
Okay.
Even Jorgen got one.
So did you actually buy a McCartney 3? Is that?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real one.
That's okay. Good. Well, keep that other one. Keep that other one. Yeah. Keep the other one. Paul might want to keep that other one.
I haven't ruined it yet, being that it's one of those stupid things you got to stick
Be
your
careful.
hand in.
Don't tear it like you did the ABBA CD.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tore that ABBA CD.
Of course, I was so excited when I got the ABBA.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I wouldn't dare think of doing
McCartney
that. No.
EP.
Yeah.
Strong EP.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I just said strong EP, McCartney 3.
Oh,
That's about
There
it.
you go. There you go.
It's got the cool picture on the back too.
Yeah. Keep
Goes
that.
last one.
Maybe Paul will autograph that one day. Yeah.
That's the only.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can
Pigs will fly. Yeah.
Okay, now that we've gotten that out
excuse
of
me a
us.
minute. I got to type something in my peanut gallery here.
Okay. Okay.
I have to type something in the peanut gallery
That's fine.
You do?
Tell them
Oh,
how.
because I've got some
Yeah.
minor bit here. I want to nip in the bud, as Barney Fife would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Major announcement though.
All right. Yes.
What's
As
that?
as I have said,
Tuesday, I am slated to meet the most famous person in the VC.
Who's that?
Now, who is the most famous person in the BC?
Robert P.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You don't know Robert P?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah. Okay. Because I think of Robert P. and I think of Robert S. and
No, Robert P. The
Robert
Santa
P. is
Claus
the guy who's down in the
Yes.
grand with the grandkids in the basement and all that kind of stuff. That's the Robert P.
No,
right?
no, Ron Haggerty. No, I'm sorry. It isn't you. Sorry, no.
Wrong guy.
No, wrong guy. Exactly.
Okay.
See,
Sorry.
this is Robert P. gave me a Mike Nesmith CD. See, he's like, he's
Okay.
like the
Okay.
most, what do you call that? Charitable?
Yeah. Okay.
And all that
Oh
kind of-
yeah, I've got a couple of videos where he's giving me stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good stuff.
So Tuesday,
Okay.
big meetup, me and Robert P.
That sounds good.
If it all goes through, it might
Yeah.
rain.
Now, you going over the border or is he?
I am.
Oh, okay. Now they're going to let you come back?
They better.
Okay.
oh,
They're saying I don't need a positive COVID test to come back. So
30 days.
Yeah, that's as long as the border knows that. I mean, I heard about that whole mix-up thing. That was terrible. They said you don't need one to come back if you're just going to spend the day or whatever. So people went over, got gas, got liquor, whatever they do. And nobody told the people at the border. And all these people got stuck there for days. They had to go get tests. They had to spend a hotel. They couldn't go to work. It was ridiculous because nobody told the border guards.
This only happened a couple of days ago, like last weekend. Okay, because when they first opened the border, they said, okay, Canadians can go over, but if you want to come back, you have to get one of those tests. And everyone went, well, I'm not spending $200 on an anti-COVID test just to come back. So nobody went. And then all the stores in Michigan are going like, well, that's not right. And of course, we're saying that's not right. So this past weekend, they said, okay, Canadians can come back without having, as long as you only stay over for 72 hours. That's like a long weekend, right?
Yeah.
So now we can go over and come back just the way we used to.
Okay.
As long as we do it under 72 hours. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but the first day it happened, they didn't tell the border guards, and literally hundreds of people got stuck.
That's stupid. Just plain stupid.
It was just idiotic, and your government's gonna get sued. They're gonna have to pay these people their money that they spent on all of this stuff.
Yeah, and I've been waiting for so long to get the box that Robert P. has been building for me. So, time. It's like Christmas at last.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's stuff that I've ordered for Robert P. There's stuff in there from Beetle Brad even. Wow. So,
Jim Smith, I do collect some cassettes. I won't refuse to spend much for them. I just, in fact, made a cassette video the other day. It's not up yet, though.
Nice. Geez, I don't think I got very much on cassette. The only things I've got are like hair metal bands where finding the vinyl or the CD seem to be more difficult. Cassettes seem to be a little easier when it comes to that kind of stuff, or some very off-the-wall singles. Remember when singles was a big-ass thing?
Oh, yeah.
I found my Beatles Free as a Bird single the other day, and I'm like, I was wondering where you went. I bought that brand new back in the day.
Yeah. I've got George Harrison, I think, when he was Fab, single. Around there somewhere.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, from back then.
Yeah, I might have that on a single too. I've got a couple McCartneys. Got both the first two Traveling Wilburys singles on cassette.
Yeah. And then I have, when they were reissuing the CD singles, I have the CD single of the Ballad of John and Yoko and All Brown Shoe, with that kind of with the little book kind of thing, you put it in, and yeah, I have that one as well.
Nice.
I didn't buy anything. I could not see buying something that you plug into your car, which, like I recorded my own cassettes, but I couldn't see buying one, putting it in the cassette thing and have it go, okay, I guess I got to take the tape out now.
Yeah.
I only have cassettes because somebody gave me a huge collection once.
Yeah.
And then my thrift store sells them for 29 cents a piece.
Yeah.
So when I see really good titles, I pick them up for 29 cents.
I had a few, and they're all, they're all in the loft.
I had gone enough through that misery with 8 tracks.
Oh. I used to have a car with an 8-track player. So.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
Jeff, are you driving a 75 Torino or something?
No, it was 1978. When I graduated from high school, my dad bought me a Pontiac Firebird, and we didn't look at it. It had an 8-track player in it. So I had me get one of those adapters. You could put cassettes, Yeah. Looked real good at the time. I mean,
Your dad bought you a Firebird, and my dad bought me a Ford Maverick.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
I had one of those. It died. transmission. Well, engine went, and then they put a new engine in it, and the transmission didn't agree with the engine, and then the transmission went, and that was the end of that.
Ron says, had hundreds of tapes in the early 90s, got rid of them all to switch to CDs around 94. Then I sold off my entire CD collection in 04. It's been exclusively vinyl ever since.
Vinyl, yeah.
But not everything is available on every format. That's
right.
The
right.
problem. I mean, there's still things on 78 that have never been on any other format.
Yeah, how can I get my old Peter Pan on CD?
I do not like streaming music. When it gets to the point where vinyl and CD are gone from any form of new or archival music releases, I will not buy anything brand new because there's enough in the back catalogs from everywhere that I'll be able to keep myself busy. Believe you me. But okay, forgive me 2 seconds here. Record store day.
Go ahead.
Record store happened, and I was down there when I was selling stuff. I just wish the prices on the vinyl weren't so inflated. Who is the one here in the VC that showed it? Was it Tim that showed the double Shangri-Las?
No, I didn't go. I wanted it though. That's like one of the few things I was interested in, but I didn't go.
Damn it! Who was it? They showed it on their thing. $43, $43 they wanted for that, and I'm going no. I wanted that damn thing, and I'm like no. And the Aerosmith, which the record store had about a dozen copies of that damn Aerosmith. All right, and that was $23, and there wasn't enough material on there to justify paying $23. I think it was an EP.
That's as cheap as you're going to get
like, come on
record store day. Well, that's as cheap as you're going to get for anything pretty much anymore. Records have that's how much they are now.
Yeah.
You have to mortgage your house to buy a record.
You go to Walmart and pick up a double album and it's $36. I mean, that's Walmart. That's as cheap as you're going to get it. That's just what vinyl is now. Unfortunately.
Yeah. And I know several people in the VC showed videos about when I think it was a Black Friday thing for the $15 Walmart vinyl. I didn't. My store, they don't have much. They really don't. I don't. Okay, look, I'm sorry. Yeah, I knew about it maybe 24 hours because I worked but about 24 hours before it happened. But I mean, there just was nothing that either A, I already didn't have, or B, I'm like, I really don't give a shit that it's. I'm sorry, I don't know who started the 180 colored vinyl trend. I don't give a shit about that. I just want the damn music. And if that would lower the prices on some shit, don't put it on 180. Put it on, okay. Regular albums. I think it would. From the 70s and 80s.
Look at those Three Monkeys albums. They were like $35 a piece or more. I remember they weren't on 180 gram. They were nothing special about them, and they were like at least $35 a piece.
Weren't they colored?
That's right.
They were colored, but it doesn't cost any more to make colored vinyl. It doesn't cost any more.
Pigment costs money.
Black is a pigment.
This again.
Vinyl is clear, and in its natural form, vinyl is clear. Vinyl is pigmented black, and that's where the myth of colored vinyl sounds bad comes wrong, because the black pigment isn't any different from the red pigment or the blue pigment or any other color pigment that they're putting it in there. Silver is the only one, and glow in the dark might be worse sounding because there's little tiny fragments of something in both of those.
Where can I buy a glow in the dark record?
I have a couple, but every one I've ever heard, there's a lot of noise. It's noisy vinyl.
Speaking of goofy records, I think Jeff, you chimed in on Facebook. I think for this one, I'm not sure
what was
about
that?
the new Barnes and Barnes, album that looks like pancakes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the damn title of the Barnes and Barnes album,
Go
but
get
it
it, Jeff.
looks
I want
like
to see it.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I was looking at.
yeah, makes me hungry. You know, it beats eating fish heads, roly-poly fish heads. You know, eat them up, yum. But so what I'm getting at is, though, on this, in the 70s and 80s, except for the Dynaflex shit, because we know why that was made, what roughly was the typical weight on a vinyl record album? What grammage? Was it like 80 to
I'm going to say
100?
80.
No, well, by the late 80s it might have been, but in the 70s, I'd say between 120 and 140. It wasn't that thin. In the 60s, it was probably closer to 180.
The Peter Pan
The
records were
60s
like
vinyl
300.
and even the 50s vinyl is thick. But what I'm asking, though, I mean, and this is maybe opinionated, okay? So do you think that there would be much of a price difference if, let's say, your albums of today were 100 grams as opposed to 180?
No.
Because
No.
record companies are greedy and they want your money.
See, I'm just trying to figure out how to
Exactly.
get cheaper.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. It's that, and the supply chain is so screwed up right now that they can get it.
You want it, you'll pay
That's
for it.
right.
Yeah.
And I hate those words, but you're right, Tim. You're right. That's what's causing some of this shit. And of course, ever since COVID.
Well, and the one stamping plant burned down, and there aren't very many of those.
Right, I remember that.
That was just an excuse. That was a couple years ago. That was just an excuse to, okay.
Yeah, like one stamping plant is going to ruin the whole industry.
There's not very many places that make metal stampers. There's lots of places that press vinyl, but stampers aren't made in very many places.
That's ridiculous. As bad as trying to find Rice Krispies these days.
Well, there's a Rice Krispies strike.
Back to the Rice Krispies.
There's a Rice Krispies strike, and Kellogg's.
Come on!
I'm not kidding. This has been on my news. You guys, this has been on my news for like a week. The Rice Krispies workers, they can't be replaced because they've been making Rice Krispies for 40 years, and they're the only ones that know how to do it. And Kellogg's is threatening to fire them. And there's a Rice Krispies strike. It's been going on.
Oh,
that's what's happening. You want the Rice Krispies?
Rice Krispies squares for Christmas. You may be fucked, ladies and gentlemen.
You are.
Here we go. We could start over in the VC. Buy all the damn Rice Krispies. That'll start
if
something.
You get Rice Krispies, they might not be right according to the workers.
Shit.
Can't you find a knockoff brand, Doc? It have to be Rice Krispies.
I did find a knockoff one.
Or Rice Bits or whatever.
It would be what?
Or something.
Rice Crappies? Rice Crappies?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the sad thing is, you put them in the bowl, and they go
pissed.
They just go, yeah.
There's going to be a lot of serial killers very pissed off about this Rice Krispie issue. I'll tell you right now. Greg asks, okay, you know what, panel?
Trouble it is behind it.
This is a good question for the panel. Greg asks, I'm trying to get it up there. What was the most you ever paid for a CD?
A single one? A
single CD.
A one? Because I bought a couple of box sets.
shit. Let's not go box sets.
Okay.
It could be 2 or 3 CDs, but it's not a box set. Like,
Okay.
for example, okay, so what's the most you ever spent for a CD, 2 CD, 3 CD thing?
$40.
Probably 25.
Okay. What was it? Do you remember?
It was a German Man for Man's Earth band greatest hit CD from Germany.
Ooh. Ooh.
And
Very
it didn't
nice.
have all the, and I got mad because it didn't have all the hits I wanted. You know, I wanted this and I wanted this and I wanted.
Shit.
No, it's missing. I have to take it back. And my
Yeah.
wife was so mad because you spend $25, they give you like $3 back. See, so my wife was so upset because I had to take it
Jeff?
back. It didn't. Yeah.
When you took
I've
that
probably
Manfred
paid-
Man CD back, were you singing doo-wah diddy do dum diddy do?
No.
When you were taking
Yeah.
it back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I probably paid 30 for some bootlegs before.
Okay.
And maybe
Well, they count
32,
too.
33 for a double when CDs hit their biggest price ever in the like late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
When a double CD would be like $32 or something. Like when anthologies came out, they're all around $32. That's probably the most I ever paid. I've never
Yeah, that
paid
shit was
like
not cheap.
I've never paid like
Um,
stupid aftermarket prices for
no.
CDs.
Not too much.
What about you, Doc? Doc,
Oh, hi.
are you alive?
Next.
I fell
Did
asleep.
Snap Crackle Pop
Okay.
once for you?
Yeah. Oh, you want to know how much I paid for? I think it was
What?
$40 for a box set of Irwin Allen stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know,
Irwin
all the
Allen?
incidental music for Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Oh, all
I
of them.
Oh.
I've sold CDs
Okay.
a lot more
Yeah.
than I paid for them. I
Yeah.
sold a CD for $75 before, but I've never paid that. For a
Damn.
CD.
What was that one?
It was back a long time ago in the probably very late 90s. Paul McCartney's Thrillington.
Oh, okay.
I went to a
Okay.
Borders Books every New Year's used to have this dollar table they'd put out. And one day I walked in there and they had 4 Thrillingtons for $1 a piece. I bought them all.
Oh,
And
shit.
I think 45 was
Oh.
the least I got for one, and I think up to 75 was the most. You know, you wait. I waited a good 6 months or something to list them, and then there they go.
Tim, that dollar table at Borders was heaven sometimes, I will tell you.
Oh yeah.
I
I
remember,
bought so much
God.
good stuff.
German import Badfinger
Oh, okay.
CD I got for 99 for the dollar, okay? And then I got an English Faces comp, was real good too. I can't remember the title. And then I remember coming across, and I thought this was fake at first, but it was Warner. It was Warner, the English version of Warner. Okay, and it said, I think it said like 100 million records or 10 million records sold. Dave Clark 5, 20 great, and I'm going, this can't be real. This has got to be some kind of shit, you know, some knockoff or something. So I threw my dollar down, and I had a CD player in my car at that time, and I put it in there, and the first song on there was Do You Love Me? And it like went boom, and I'm going, oh, this is the real deal. I said DC5 for $1. I said, please and thank you.
None of the reissues.
Greg, I will answer your question. The most I ever spent on a CD was DC5. It was $25 for the double CD that came out in the mid 90s on Holly Records.
Yeah, I got one of those a couple of years ago too.
Clark 5.
Yeah.
if you're a DC5 fan, people, get that damn CD. The prices have even gone down used now. I'm starting to see them about 15 bucks because earlier in the year, I don't know who the record label is. They almost did a similar thing, not the Hollywood Records, that Warner one that I told you about. It's almost the same track listing as the Warner one. So that's why prices have kind of gone down on the Hollywood Records press.
Yeah, I got one of those a couple years ago. Yeah. I got one of those a few years ago. A guy was selling his CD collection, and it was, that's it. It was like played like twice, and it was in mint condition, and it's in there in the collection. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Christian rock and metal. Oh God,
Who wants to show us something?
And Ron.
No, I was looking for my throwing thing because I saved one, but I don't know where it is.
The what?
It's on Zoetrope Records.
Oh no! Imagine how much Striper costs these days.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know, I have an update on Striper. I brought this up in Ron Haggerty's stream a couple days ago. Kickstarter. Striper did a Kickstarter for, they're going to do a documentary. It appears in the last minute. They got $226,000, which means there will be a official 90 to 120 minute documentary on Striper coming in the next. I think they want to get it done by 2023. So just Striper says to their fans, I'm always there for you. See what I did there? That was horrible. That was horrible. Michael Sweet would probably bitch slap me for that.
Here's a bootleg Best of the DC5.
Yeah.
It's stereo, which is why I have it.
Huh.
Yeah. How many tracks are on it, Tim? How many tracks are on it?
I don't know
how
a
many
lot.
tracks?
Just wondering.
Because Epic, oh God, Epic and that rechanneled stereo bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean,
30.
Most of my DC
30.
albums are
the UK stereo is true stereo, which is why you want it.
Right,
UK
I heard
stereo,
that, but I've never come across
sounds
it.
great.
Hey,
got
here's a
an
good
LP
question, Tim or Doc or anybody. The Capital Canada stuff, is that true stereo for DC5?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I don't know because I've never heard it, but it could be.
I've only ever come across one Capital Canada. It was American Tour, and I almost got it. It was a nice price, but the side two is scratched to holy hell. I couldn't save it. That's the only time I've ever come across a Capital Canada DC5 album. Hi, Granny.
But the Epic, Epic stereo. I recommend to everybody that gets into the Dave Clark 5. If you're buying American LPs, buy mono.
Yeah.
The stereo is
There it is. That's right, Jeff.
Yeah, I was
Oh, he's got that one now. Do any of you guys have?
Doc, I think that's what this is. I think this is that. It's just a bootleg of it.
Doc, is that the one from earlier this year?
No, this has been out for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it says 1989 on it.
Oh.
But it's only got 26 tracks.
Okay, then maybe it's not then. I don't know.
Ooh.
Eventually, I want to do a DC5 episode. I was supposed to do it with Vinyl Grotto, but I don't know. It's been gnawing on me to do an episode for quite some time on these guys. Oh, wow, cool. And one of the things that I came across, here goes Tim, here goes Jeff. Everybody's flying now. But one of the things I want to bring up is that Harold Bronson, something walked across Jeff's screen.
It was Jeff.
But Harold Bronson, who was was vice president of Rhino
Uh-huh.
in the mid-90s. Okay. So for some reason, in the whole history of the Dave Clark 5 CD that you showed, Jeff,
Yeah.
show it again for the audience, please.
Okay. This one is not hard to find anymore, so grab it if you don't have it.
No, it was out of print
Right.
for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time.
And then there was
Right.
Russian copies floating around.
Mhm.
Oh,
And now I think it's back. If
Right.
you ever see this, anybody ever sees this out in the
Oh,
travel,
yeah,
pick it
yeah,
up.
that's good. Mhm.
hang
Now,
on
the
a
thing
minute.
about-
Let me
This
make it
sounds
big because I want to see this
That's an-
better.
That's an
UK
early
greatest hits
Yeah.
in stereo.
On
Ooh,
Regal, right?
Fantastic sounding album.
Mm-hmm.
What label is
Sounds
Regal?
Capital Starline.
Capital
Oh,
Starline, probably a reissue,
What
yeah.
country?
England,
UK.
Oh,
UK, yeah.
what country is that?
Capital
UK?
It's
Okay.
UK.
England.
So, but yeah, so I'm going to bring this up when I do my DC5 episode, but Harold
Mhm.
Bronson had
Yeah.
a backstory to that Hollywood Records 2 CD-er, okay, and what went down between Dave Clark and him. All right, hang on a minute. Your turn to make you big. What are you sneaking through? Let's see.
Ooh, having a wild weekend. Ooh.
That's the
Oh,
movie.
shit. That's
Mhm.
legit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This came
Oh,
out the
hell,
year
I'm gonna look for
after.
that.
The year after A Hard Day's Night, and they filmed it a lot of the same places. So you see like the year after the Beatles were there. So you had
Yeah.
5 guys
Well-
running around to 4. So
Right.
Mm.
I saw the only time I ever saw that movie, okay,
mhm.
back in the early days, like the first year or two of MTV, they showed it
Mhm.
on a midnight Saturday,
Yeah,
Friday going
yeah.
into Saturday.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
watched that. And,
with
and
tons of
I've never
commercials,
seen it
yeah.
since.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's been almost
Yeah.
40 years since I've seen that. I would love to get that. I'll have
Yeah.
to look for one.
Mhm. Yeah, these I think it's a DVD-R because it's just the movie. But the movie
Oh,
I bought it for like $20 and
Is
it
that-
plays wonderful.
Does that say Warner Archives on the top?
So it
Yeah.
looks like it says Warner Archive.
Warner Archives are all DVD-Rs. They're
Okay.
all burned
Oh,
on
wow.
demand.
Mhm.
All Warner Archives
But
are.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
because
that's
there's
a
no
DVD-R.
trailers or nothing, just the movie. But it plays great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah. No,
Mhm.
that's they're just that's their division of on-demand
Yeah.
DVDs.
Mhm.
It plays great though. So yeah.
MOD.
ooh.
Mhm.
I'll have to look later. My buddy sent me video of Yingve playing.
Yeah.
I
Let's see
have.
here.
I think they released 5 singles from that History of the Dave Clark 5 when it came out. 545s and picture discs. Maybe there's even more. I have
Wow.
5 of them.
I would have grabbed those.
They came out at the time in like
Mhm.
the early 90s, which was weird because singles weren't getting pressed in the US then, but they pressed those,
Right.
and I
Now-
have them all somewhere.
Has anybody seen any of those Dave Clark 5 box sets that have been floating around?
Box
No,
sets.
Yeah. I probably bootleg,
I don't know
but
what you're
it's
talking about.
4 or 5 of their albums, and then 4 or 5 more, and 4 or 5 more. I've seen it on oldies.com, and I saw it on eBay a little bit too.
Huh.
You could fit 4 Dave Clark 5 albums on a CD, can't you?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Just
About
about.
3 minutes for 25. Yeah.
Oh,
Seriously, you could fit 3. You could fit
Yeah,
3
I'm sure.
easily.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I spotted this. I think there's 4 different volumes, and you get all their albums, including a rarities collection. So
Guys, talk amongst yourself a minute. I got to answer this.
go ahead. Yeah, I saw that a couple of times. That was the Dave Clark 5 was one of my favorite groups when I was a kiddo.
I can't see anywhere on here whether it says mono or stereo, so I don't know what the hell these things are.
I guess yeah. Well,
But this I burned myself. That's why I don't
Yeah.
know
mhm.
exactly what it was. I don't remember. I burned it myself years and years ago. I got it off a
Mhm.
torrent.
Yeah.
But it is true stereo, all of it.
And I like this one because it's got some Peter and Gordon songs too on it.
That's a half and half.
Yeah. There's a few more of these out. So.
Yeah, I know. Thank God for torrents, right?
Well, I don't do those anymore, but when I did, you can get some good stuff in there.
Well, sometimes these people don't have Disney Plus, so they have to rely on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have Disney Plus either, so I just haven't seen it yet. I'll see it eventually.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I hope when it becomes available to buy, it's not really expensive.
I'm sure it will.
I will, yeah.
I would expect February. End of January, 1st of February.
I think it'll be longer than that.
We'll see. Yeah.
But
silence is golden.
Yeah.
Golden.
Where my Dave Clark 5 singles might be, but I honestly don't know.
I used to have a few of them, but that was a long time ago.
But these were all from the history, so they're kind of cool. They all have matching sleeves. They have matching picture sleeves, and they're double-sided hits.
Oh, okay.
So there's I think 10 songs, and they're each back-to-back sort of hit kind of things.
Radio station type stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I kicked myself because I didn't buy this thing when it originally came out, and it was out of print for years. Yeah,
for a while that was going for between $50 and $75 on eBay for a while.
Did you get a good bargain on that?
And then there were counterfeits, Russian counterfeits, and that brought the price down. And then I guess they put it back in print. I don't know.
Yeah, I gave a guy.
Or the one I have is a counterfeit. That's a possibility. That might even be a counterfeit. It's a possibility.
Yeah, it's possible because the booklet is not. You had some of it is a little. So. It's not printed the greatest, so it might be a counterfeit, but you never know.
Yeah, I remember on my original, which I sold. I sold my original when the price went through the roof. I'm like,
plays great though. Yeah.
The book on the original barely fit in the case, and I haven't even looked at mine to see if the book. I mean, it was so thick you could barely get it in there. Because it was like a 30-page book or something. It was ridiculous for just a regular CD.
What do you have, Doc?
I think we need a little entertainment here, so I'm getting something here, right?
Go ahead. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, one of those. Hey.
Ooh. Wait a minute.
Fidget, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Fidget.
Ooh,
Elbow Sausage says he votes Jeff. You kind of have that Keenan Wynn mustache, Jeff. He's not lying.
Yeah. Really? Okay. No, that's interesting, Doc. My cat used to have one of those. She would stay in the
that would be easy.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. All the way from China.
Speaking of Keenan Wynn, I saw him last Saturday, Svengoolie. The Devil's Reign. Oh my God, what a movie.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I think I saw that at the drive-in.
Ernest Borgnine, William Shatner, Ida Lupino, John Turturro in one of his earliest roles, Tom Skerritt.
Yes.
And yet it was a shit film.
Yeah. It's
there. Tom LaVey.
There's a reason I've got this out. Hang on, Doc.
Doc, come back.
He ran off already. He's trying to get something.
Yeah. Come back, Doc.
Damn, I can't find it.
Okay.
Damn, I wish I could read.
Good.
Here, while Doc's waiting.
He's back. Oh, you got one. Okay.
You won't be able to see it, This is going to dark vinyl, Doc. That's why I got it.
Oh,
nice.
Oh. Well, that's
It's the noisiest record I own.
The
well,
Devil's
the Adam
Rain
Sandler
album was
just
awesome.
naturally noisy.
But go on the dark vinyl.
Ooh, wow.
I wish it wasn't.
That reminds me that they had at RST, they had the Mothers album, which I'm like, if it wasn't ridiculously expensive, I probably would have pulled the trigger on that too. Because I want that Adams and the
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Oh, I saw him last
John
night.
My mind don't look near as good.
91. 91 years old, John Aston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think only John Aston and the actress who played Wednesday are the only living.
They're the only two left.
Mhm.
Even Cousin
Right.
It's died.
Mhm.
There is a cool video about Ted Cassidy. Oh, and he was. I know that. Or no, Thing. I mean, Thing. He was Thing.
Yes.
Yeah, the hand.
Yeah, Lurch
Mhm.
was also the Thing. I didn't know that until I saw that video. I'm like, oh hell!
Now you do know they lost his ashes. Did you know that?
What did you say, Jeff?
What's that, Jeff?
They lost Ted Cassidy's ashes.
They lost them.
Yeah, his wife. He died, and his wife buried his ashes in the backyard of his house, and they moved away and forgot.
Oh,
They're out there in the backyard of somebody's house. So
It was a good video on Ted too.
yeah,
I mean, he
did all
seemed to have a
sorts of
good
things.
heart.
Yeah,
Very professional. Yeah, a lot of
He's a nice guy.
voiceovers I didn't know about. I'm
oh
like,
yeah,
hell.
cartoons and all kinds of stuff. But
Nice.
there is, I don't think I'm too morbid, but there's a strange website to get on about dead celebrities, and it's called Dearly Departed. A guy by Scott Michaels. He did all kinds of weird stuff, you know.
So you got to have some books.
Oh, you have a book too.
Yeah. So, so
Nice.
it goes into everything, you know, how the series was created, all that kind of fun stuff. And then, of course, you got to have the original cartoons.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Barnes
what
and
member
Noble,
of
I
the...
think, had that in clearance or something, that one. I remember that.
Yeah, so like, I hate the Addams Family.
Yeah, then why do you have it? Why do you have it then, Doc?
I know. Yeah, I've got Addams Family.
Why is it there? Yeah.
I've got the DVDs. They're over there. Just
I
trust
know.
me.
When they
I
did
think
that
so.
reunion movie in the 70s, which member of the cast wasn't there?
Oh, Blossom Rock.
Yeah, because she was...
I was going to say Grandmama. Yeah.
Yeah, she was not dead, but she was heading that way. You know, she was kind of like, you know.
So somebody's asking about a picture of Ted Cassidy. I wonder if it's in the book.
Probably.
Talk amongst
If it
yourselves.
was.
Let's see if I can find one.
Like I said, Ted Cassidy was in all kinds of stuff.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a picture of Ted Cassidy.
Yeah, it was amazing that he could do, because he was such a big guy.
Yeah.
He was so good at staying out of the scene and stuff, because he's, you know, pretty big to hide.
He was in the movie.
He's the long arm, though. That was.
Oh yeah, he was in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. He got kicked right between his legs by Paul Newman.
And he was a Bigfoot in one of the $6 Million Man episodes, because Andre the Giant was one of them and he was the other. And I'm like, when they showed the clip, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I remember that one.
And he was the original voice of the Hulk, of the Incredible Hulk. For the first, I think the first or second season before, and he died. And I think they had Lou Ferrigno had to do the hulking, the voice.
And Adamant, the narrator of Adamant.
Yeah. And he was, there was a cartoon I used to watch called Frankenstein Jr. on The Impossible.
That one I can vouch for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was alive back then.
I love all that old stuff.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm gaining on Doc, but he's got. I'm going to be 62 next year, so you know. But he still got me by a few years.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
still
I'm
looking
only,
for a
geez, I feel
picture.
young in here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I've heard that John Aston's kind of weird lately. He
Well,
just
he's creepy
kind
and
of. Well, yeah, lately he's been just kind of kind of stuff, you know.
John Aston used to show up every other year around Halloween time
There we
at the
go.
Woodstock Opera
Oh,
House,
no,
Woodstock,
that's Lisa
Illinois.
Loring. That's
Loring.
a recent picture.
Oh, there you go. Doing his rendition of Edgar Allan Poe.
Right.
He did that for a bunch of years.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have went.
Yeah.
I heard he stayed afterwards and was meeting with people. I'm like, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the actress who played Lisa Loring was. Yeah, he was married. She was married to a guy who did porn films. So I don't know if she did any, but yeah, I read that somewhere.
John Holmes,
I don't know if she was
Mary
in it.
Reeves,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
No, I mean a guy who made them. I mean, who produced them, not, who was in them. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought you said he didn't like the Addams Family.
I hate the Addams Family.
Oh,
Tish, I love it when you speak.
I was saying I watched
man.
on Uncle Fester. I watched The Kid last night, and he's in that movie with Charlie Chaplin. He's
Oh God, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I tripped on this story, and I feel bad because this is almost. I guess this happened 10 years ago, almost.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim would probably know this story more than me. But I'm a big Three Stooges fan. I bet you almost everybody here is. But they talked about the story of in 2012 that they found one technical copy of the 1933 Ted Healy and the Stooges short. I think it was called Hello, Pop. And they said that they thought it was lost due to the fire in '67 from the studios because they had one copy and it went and it was in a private collector's hand in 2012. And it's not on that Stooges box set, by the way. So I don't know if that ever was legitimately put out on any Three Stooges source material.
It's on YouTube.
I would love to see it.
Probably. I haven't seen it because all I've seen are all those. I have all those volumes. Yeah.
Seems to me.
And then
somewhere.
I like Curly and I like Shemp. I don't care for Joe Besser at all.
Nobody does.
He didn't want to be there.
Cut it out. You're hurting me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank God he was only in 18 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You were going to say something, Tim?
I will not take a pie in the face.
Yeah. Go ahead. Anything?
Hello?
I thought he was going to say something. I thought you were going to say something, Tim.
I think I was, but I forgot now. No, the only thing I really know about the Three Stooges is it's not complete. I know there are missing episodes, but I don't know much more about it than that. I know that, when you say, "Oh, this is a complete Three Stooges," it's complete as far as what we have.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
but the complete thing that we've had is just the 190 shorts. That's not counting the Heelys or the
not the movies. Mm-hmm. The later
or the movies.
So how many of you people in the VC know who John Tefteller is?
I don't even know.
Don't think so. No.
John Tefteller has been around. He used to be in Goldmine magazine. The dude's been a record collector for I think 60 years. He is big into 78s is his forte. We're talking about Paramount labels, 78s, Vocalion, all the old blues stuff, doo-wop, soul, that type of stuff. That is his expertise. But he is also a mega huge Marx Brothers fan.
Oh,
And he brought up earlier in the year how after all these years, they found the original trailer, the original movie trailer to Horse Feathers, which was lost for decades. So in 2021, to be able to find something from that long ago kind of gives you hope. Now, the other thing, if you're a Doctor Who fan, and I am, the old stuff, supposedly,
my wife was.
And there was a private collector that passed, and he had a lot of BBC material, including music stuff too. We could be seeing some things coming down the road on old BBC 60s music shows, but supposedly there was 1 to 2 missing episodes of Patrick Troughton era Doctor Who, and I'm going, okay. I'm like, please and thank you, because there's way too many missing episodes.
I agree. My wife was a big Doctor Who fan.
Was that the show? Was that the show with the walking salt and pepper shakers?
Yeah, the Daleks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exterminate.
Yeah.
You know.
My wife had everything. My wife had to have like 3 copies of all the DVDs. You said one of them would break, or buy another one, or might buy a third one because 2 might break. So that's just how
that's like people buying 500 McCartney 3s just in case one gets scratched.
Yeah. And she had all these Doctor Who toys, and I sold a lot of those off after she died.
Ooh, they might have been worth money.
They were.
Yeah,
I got a few dollars out of them.
But if you saved them, you might have got more.
I know, but it was my wife's stuff, and
you could have moved into a mansion by now.
No, I don't want a mansion. Too much to clean.
I'm Wile E. Coyote. I own a mansion and a yacht. So the thing is, from Acme, my friend gave me for my birthday a few years back. Remember the old CDRs that you could buy 100 pack and they'd come in that plastic bit? It was half full of all 7 years of my favorite Doctor, Tom Baker. That's right, the 4th Doctor. So I have every episode of the 4th Doctor. See? There you go. Now, in 1981, when I started, that's how I discovered the Doctor, was PBS Chicago. Okay, so WTTW channel. That's half of that. So
all of it, Doctor Who.
Go ahead.
The one they started was John Pertwee. So third Doctor. So I got hooked into Doctor Who because I like John Pertwee, and then Tom Baker came along, and I'm like, is it okay that in a romantic kind of way that I can love another man? Because I love Baker, I really do. He was like one of my most favorite actors of all time. And when the Christmas episode, when he came back as the art curator, I lightly wept because he was back, and I was like, I felt like I was 15 again. I'm like, yes. And so PBS played all the Pertwee, all the Tom Baker, the Peter Davidson, and I liked him too. But my mother came into the room one day when I watched. She goes, "Oh, it's the Doctor from All Creatures Great and Small," and I'm going, "What the hell are you talking?"
Yep.
So I go, "This is the Doctor, the 5th Doctor." So then PBS, after the Peter Davidson ones, PBS either couldn't afford it or they lost the funding or some shit. Okay. And so the last night, so this is like 95, 86, and PBS, for one night only, they're like, okay, guess what? Since this is our last Doctor Who that we're doing, we're giving you what's called the first and the latest. And that means that we're starting off with first Doctor Who episode, William Hartnell. I'm going, never seen that in my life at that time. And I said, my God, because first episode first Doctor were rare. And it was such a treat to watch that. And then they said the latest, it just came from London in the last week or two, new Doctor Who, Colin Baker. I'm like, shit. And I saw that and I'm going, maybe I'm glad I'm not watching this anymore. Him and his goofy ass with the question marks on the lapel. I'm going, I never liked Colin Baker.
Where I am, they ran those. Those were like the last ones they ran, I think. They ran through him, and I don't think it went any farther than that.
Yeah, my wife and I were big Doctor Who fans. We actually used to do all those conventions, and we actually went to dinner. I think I've said this before, with the 7th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy.
Tim, you're being challenged by Schnee.
Hey, dude.
Damn it, you bastards. I did the crosswords in the other room. Or the notebook.
Okay, that's dancing enough.
You part your...
Okay.
My ex-father-in-law
may the
looked
spirit
so much like Tom Baker that it was unbelievable.
Well, my dad didn't look like John Pertwee, so there you go.
He had the hair. His hair was Snow White, but other than that, he looked exactly like Tom Baker, and he didn't have a clue who Tom Baker was.
See, just a minute. I'll show you a picture of my dad.
I'm in suspense. And by the way, if you haven't watched Stephen Schnee's super special Christmas special, what are you waiting for? Get over there to Stephen Schnee's channel and watch the super special Christmas special.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe not right
Definitely.
now.
Absolutely.
Special. It's better than any after-school special you could have ever watched in the 70s and 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you were talking about John Pertwee, gentlemen?
We love you, Schnee.
Make him big. Make him big.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to make him big. Hang on.
That is my parents. That is my parents.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm getting there. It's taking a little bit.
Exterminate.
That is mom and dad.
Look at that.
You're no longer with us. But that's my good old dad. He didn't know. I wanted him to come. I wanted him to come to a convention with me in his suit, and
Yes, Mr. Steve, you need a lot of kind words. You put 30 hours of your personal time into making that thing with all that entertainment and the skating bit with Sandler and the Young was just magic.
That was an early Christmas gift, kids, to all.
Yep.
I
made a promo video for it on my channel. I did what I could.
Is anybody Christmas shopping yet? Nothing yet?
I bought myself a new Blu-ray player.
Oh, do you? I bought this.
Oh, candy.
No, I bought something for my girlfriend.
Oh, what did she buy you?
And that's sweet.
I don't know. I bought her a ankle bracelet, anklet.
I'm gonna tell her.
Well, she's asleep now.
So Joy's being mysterious, huh?
Well, we've been dating for almost over a year, so it's not serious. We're kind of like an old married couple. You know what I mean? Like we've known each other for years. Yeah. So we do stuff outside, like fishing and stuff.
She'll be down here next Christmas.
Yeah, I hope so.
She better be.
I mean, because my lady's is like 35 miles up the road, So.
Just watch out for them tornadoes.
And Doc's seen what she looks like. So.
Yeah. What he said.
Yeah.
I didn't touch any Christmas shopping. It's going to
Mm,
have to wait till next check. And I already warned the kids aren't getting anything. I said the grandkids get something.
mm-hmm.
I can't afford all that. Oh, there you go. Doc can send us a whole
those.
through.
That's every Partridge Family episode on DVD.
All of them?
Including released X-rated?
Yes. Yes.
And the outtakes and everything?
The Ethan and Lori Partridge scenes?
That show from the 70s? With
See what I did there?
Yeah. With both
damn dimmer.
With both drummers? And the girl that just sat there with the tambourine?
This has got the stuff where Danny
May
and
the
Ruben.
spirit of Jeremy, whatever the fuck his last name is, come to haunt you. Gelfix? Is it Gelfix? I don't know. May the spirit of Jeremy come to haunt your ass.
I said the first guy. I don't know what his name is.
He bites.
Oh, he did.
He does.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Okay. How about this? Since you all were showing your Partridge Family, after the albums came out, was there anything left in the vaults music-wise? Or was it all used? Was there any unreleased Partridge Family? Which would be Shirley or David, obviously.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm curious.
Because David Cassidy wanted to sing rock and roll, and he was just when this bubblegum pop stuff. So I probably doubt.
Yeah. I still have yet to find that album with David Cassidy and Mick and Mark Ronson.
Yeah.
From Bowie.
Mm-hmm. No.
I would love to listen to that album on YouTube, but I would have that one because I thought, what was the one he did a mid-70s one on RCA. And he had Carl Wilson and the guy from America. And that wasn't a bad album. It really wasn't, but it wasn't great. It was a good album. I want to hear that rocking David Cassidy. That's what I want.
I have a Japanese single of David Cassidy doing "I Write the Songs" before Barry Manilow did it.
Oh dear!
Let me tell you, Barry Manilow saved that song. David Cassidy's version is so. You think Barry Manilow has a bit of treacle going on? Oh my goodness! It's horrid.
Very cool.
Mine only come out in Japan.
Which is worse? Which is worse? David Cassidy doing that song or Donny Osmond's Soldier of Love? Discuss amongst yourselves.
Oh, Soldier of Love. Easily.
You haven't heard David Cassidy doing that song. It's hideously bad.
Yeah.
No, it's not Danny Bonaducci album bad, but it's getting there.
Damn it! I was just gonna bring that up. Damn it! I was gonna bring that up, Tim. Danny Bonaducci's album.
I have that single too. I don't have the album, but I've got Danny Bonaducci's One and Only 45 in a picture sleeve somewhere.
Oh, you gotta find that.
Yeah,
it's horrid.
But just a show. Like, look at this.
And if that's too much.
That'll be interesting to hear sometime.
That probably is big bucks.
I've played it on my podcast before. It's just a 12-year-old kid singing, a kid's song. It's horrible.
Yeah, with a raspy voice.
He doesn't have a raspy voice. He has a very high voice.
Yeah.
You mean he put that voice on just for the show? Like, no, he doesn't.
He was pretty young yet.
He was a young kid then. Yeah.
He still has a raspy
All right, so
voice.
what's worse?
Yeah.
Danny Bonaducci's single or the little kid? You know the one. Wasn't his name Ricky? The one that showed up for the last few episodes because they were going to
Oh,
replace
Danny
him.
Bonaducci's worse because the little kids at least cute.
Oh my God.
Ricky
Little
Steve.
kids
I
at least
win.
cute.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
win. You didn't expect me to bring that up, did you? But I did.
Him and that cousin Oliver on the Brady Bunch too.
Here, I got some.
Man.
He was buried
Tim's got
under Tiger's doghouse. Sam the Butcher ground him up into meat and then fed it to Tiger, and then the stuff he couldn't find is in the doghouse. Under it.
Buried in the backyard underneath the AstroTurf.
Might be.
No, the tiger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that too. Here he comes. Here he comes. What do you got?
Got some good stuff.
All right, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I'll make you.
Anybody remember these guys from the Partridge Family?
Oh, fuck, not that
Oh
again.
my
Not
God.
the fucking Williams twins again. Ah,
Oh
shit.
my God.
Damn it, you bastard.
I think I had that record.
I found this fairly recently for 29 cents at my thrift store. How
Oh
could you not
God.
buy this?
28 cents too much. 28 cents too much.
You know they were Andy Williams' nephews?
Yeah.
That's who they
God
were.
damn it with the Williams twins. Shit. I didn't expect to see that again.
and I grabbed this too just to tee you off.
You son of a.
Intriguing.
The only thing I can say is I paid less than Mayo did. Mine was
Yeah.
only $3 for a sealed notebook. And it has the holes, the punch holes, so that's why it's original. But the reissue doesn't have the real punch hole.
Yeah.
Sad that I know that shit too.
Mine's got the real punch holes. I don't won't show, but it does.
It's all good. But that's that's like the only sealed Partridge. And what is it? Mayo found 2 different sealed Partridge. I'm like, son, what the hell?
Mine's still in
In the
shrink.
70s, you could have found a
It's
shit
not
ton of
sealed,
them.
but it's still in shrink.
Yeah, looks
It
pretty.
doesn't have anything though.
What's the original price on it? Bell record.
I don't know. Somebody
Yeah.
scraped the sticker. Somebody scraped most of the sticker off. So I have no idea.
Got to be like
There's
$3.99.
nothing left of the sticker.
Yeah.
It's just that.
That's like 60 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Back
Bell
when records
record
were
for something else.
$3.99.
Or more. Or less. 45s or $1.
Or less.
Mhm.
One of the more tougher Bell records, and I can't remember who. You brought up Barry Manilow, so we'll bring this up. That first album of his was barely on Bell before it got yanked and put on Arista. I have seen one copy. Not that I was looking for it. I saw one copy, and I cannot remember what antique mall I was in, and they wanted $30 fucking for that thing.
Wow.
And I said,
Well,
no. And I don't even think Uber Barry Manilow fan. Can you imagine like, oh God,
no.
one on Bell.
There's people that want that, but they want it, but it's not just because it's on Bell. When it got moved to Arista, they remixed it. So it's a different mix on Bell than the Arista copy, which is why they want it.
I mean, if I was into it, if I was that big of a fan, I'd want to hear, I guess, the side by side. But I mean, but yeah, $30, and it wasn't in that great shape either. I was just like,
I don't think I have
But
one,
yeah,
but I might.
Let's see that Davy Jones album. That took me a while to get that one on Bell, but I was so glad to find it. $10.
Yeah, I have
That's
one.
all I paid for it. Yeah,
I think
the
I paid
45s,
like
though, on the other hand, I have never, in my 40 years of monkey collecting, have never come across a girl 45.
I have a reissue.
That
I've never
thing-
found a real one.
On Friday Music, right? The green vinyl.
Yeah,
I
it's
almost
on
should've pulled the
colored
trigger and
vinyl.
got
It came
that.
in 2 different colors. I have one of them. Red, I think I have. And mine's
I shoulda
pressed
got
off
that.
center, which pisses me off.
Why am I not surprised though? Seriously, Tim. Because it's Friday Records.
Yeah.
They've done all kinds of goofy shit. I'll tell you the one that I'm looking for. Seriously, over all those Davy 45s, I am looking for, like, okay, in Japan, it came out under the Monkees moniker, but the Davy Jones, Mickey Dolenz Do It in the Name of Love, which were changes outtakes, but it didn't come out till 72. I'm looking for that damn thing. They said that I don't remember if they said stock copies exist. They said promos definitely, but stock, I don't know.
I don't know.
But I like that song. It's catchy. It's bubblegummy, but it's 72 bubblegum. And it's good track. I like it. And you can hear both of them. That's what's nice. Because most of the changes stuff, it's either you hear Mickey singing by himself or Davey singing by himself. They should have put that out on the damn album instead. But whatever. But yeah, so that and I like the Fifth Dimension. I like some of their stuff. Sweet was on Bell, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet was
first
on Bell.
album was on Bell. Yes.
Mhm.
Gary Glitter was
who
on
else?
Bell.
Yeah, Gary Glitter. Yeah.
Well, I like his music.
Yeah, I have to separate that, don't I? From him.
I mean, I like his music. You know, the rest of it, no.
My mother brought him up today, believe it or not, when I went and called her. Brought up Gary Glitter. And let's see, what else? She brought up Nick Gilder, too. She didn't like Nick Gilder. She actually likes a lot of 70s stuff, which is pretty cool because, you know, I didn't know it. She would say, hey, Paul, I don't know if you know the title of this tune. And she'd give me 2 seconds and I'd know what it is. And I know what it is. And she'd be like, bring it down. She writes it down in a note.
You know who Nick Gilder's lead? A lot of people don't know this. You know who Nick Gilder's lead guitarist was on the Hot Child in the City album?
No.
It was Jimmy McCulloch from Wings. That's what he did after he left Wings. Just before he died, he was in Nick Gilder's band.
Huh. Did not know that. You got me on that one. See what we learn here, guys. See what we learn. Here's one. But okay, so when I went to sell and did the trade, which, like I said, that's how I got this. But I also got for my friend Donna Jo Catlady, because she's a huge Billy Idol fan. I got her that on Dark Horse. I don't know if you guys are Billy Idol fans, but I took the record store owner's word. He goes, all 4 of these tracks sound like something he recorded in 1985. And I almost would like to know how Billy landed on, because Danny Harrison's running the label now. I'd like to know how Billy landed on Dark Horse. I think it's cool.
I'd like to know that too.
Yeah. And then Joe Strummer for some reason. 2.
I've heard 2 of those tracks, and I think they're better than what he was doing in 1985. I didn't care for what he was doing in 1985.
Yeah.
I think they're better than that.
I mean, him and Steve Stevens, they're like this, and they're back, and I love it. I totally love it. I like Billy's early stuff. I like his stuff with Gen X, and I like this stuff too. And I hope he makes more of this kind of stuff. That's why I look forward to new releases from old artists. Is for examples like that.
I don't like Billy Idol.
Doc, I may have that in a crate.
I just go over there and I got that. Quite a stack.
I just remember that disturbing Rock the Cradle of Love. I'm like, oh, this is cringeworthy. And it didn't help that he was in Ford Fairlane. Ford Fairlane.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Dice Clay. Ugh.
Oh, him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Potopia says, you ever seen the video Kirsten Dunst singing Turning Japanese? No, and I don't want to. I'll keep to my Vapors version. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, they had didn't they have the Vapors on Steve's Christmas show the other night?
I didn't get to see all of it. I think I saw
Yeah,
about half an hour.
they introduced it. They started the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, I believe so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they.
Oh, see, I was late.
Okay.
Yeah, I was late.
Well,
I always like that damn
go
song.
back and watch
And then
it.
MTV
Oh, there you go, Doc.
put out
I'm looking
another
through 45 here,
from
looking
that
for
album.
something, but there you go. Promo copy of Cool Places, Sparks
There we
J.
go.
Goodland.
Ooh,
Oh.
Unatlantic. Ooh,
Yeah, Atlantic Records.
ooh.
But that's not what I was
Now
looking
you
for.
got me
During
wondering. Hey,
that,
Oh,
during that documentary, they were like every album they put out was like under a different record label, but
Oh yeah.
wait, there's
Atlantic
my
was
white
never
label promo box. One of them sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a Billy Idol.
ooh, ooh. Ah.
I've got a lot of white label promo 45s, hundreds.
I got my first promo CD a while ago, but I'm not going to show it to you, and I'm going to leave you in suspense
Got
Okay.
hundreds.
until you find out, or until I put up the video that it appears into.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you what's your first promo CD then, Doc.
Good, because I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Spoilers. If I tell you now, you won't watch.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
used to collect promo CDs. I used to have dozens of them. I still have a few, but I sold a bunch of them all.
I have so many. They're in a box somewhere. Boxes of like promo CD singles.
Yeah.
Like radio station only. You know, they didn't actually get released. I have so many of those.
And several, I have several, like they put out a sampler CD from a box set, you know, like with 12 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a lot of that kind of stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got good stuff in here, but I'm not finding what I'm looking for.
Look past those Donny Osmond records.
Yeah.
This is not my day for not finding shit. I actually have a Sparks from the late 70s on Columbia, and it's red vinyl. It's promo white label.
Ooh.
That was a good album, too.
Remember the name of it?
No. I could probably find out really quick. I only paid $2 for it, though, at an antique mall. I really liked it. I was just like, okay. So, yeah, I want to find all the Sparks stuff. And then I guess they did an album with Franz Ferdinand, who I don't really know who Franz Ferdinand is, but that's under the moniker FFS.
They had a couple hits in the 90s.
Here's a rare 45. I'm just going through stuff.
Oh, yeah. Press.
Japan.
Oh, hang on.
Japan.
Here, I'm going to put you big.
And
oh, nice.
White label promo from Japan.
It's not true. It's not true.
That was the B-side.
I like the video better than the song.
Yeah.
And it's Odeon, so it's from somewhere like in South America or somewhere.
Japan.
Japanese. Japanese EMI is Odeon.
And it's got the little
lyric
thing that they come with.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Introducing Sparks. That was the album.
They'll probably,
77.
knowing Paul, he'll probably reissue Press to Play. Yeah.
Isn't that like
I've never
on the
played
list
this.
for making?
It could be a different version or mix of the song. I've never played it, so I don't know.
You got me, Jeff. I almost spit my coffee out on that. When you said, I hope not.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a very popular album, I guess, to a few people. Other than that,
I didn't like it when it came out. I remember seeing the video press. I saw press, and then
about the album, and I played it, and I took it back to Oklahoma City and got something else.
Wasn't Put There on that album?
Took it back and got 3 albums.
Ooh.
I don't remember what they were, but
Bonus. Oh.
Yeah. Oh man,
those were the days.
I miss those days so much.
Oh yeah.
When I had my Woolworths, I had a Woolworths till I was about 10 years old. The shit I would find in that cutout, it was a round bin. Oh, the things I'd find. If I had money.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I had money, but yeah. Oh man.
77 cents for a single.
Every store used to have great cutout bins when I was a kid. We had Woolworths, Kresge's, McGrory's, J.C. Penney's had a cutout bin. I don't remember. Sears, I don't think did. But we had Nichols department store, Hills department store had a cutout bin. Barker's department store had a cutout bin. Ames had a cutout bin. Everybody had a cutout bin.
Did anybody have a Peaches Records store?
Detroit had a couple.
Did you? Yeah, they had a wonderful cutout
oranges.
Oh, did you? Okay. They had they had all kinds of stuff, But they had 2 for $1 cutout bins. 2 albums,
oranges,
50 cents a piece. So. Albums that wouldn't
Rose
sell.
Records.
Yeah.
Flip Side. I think that's it. Oranges, Rose Records, Flip Side.
Yeah.
When Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone, huge. Yeah. I remember the one big one I went to. It took me about 3 visits to get through everything. Seriously.
Yeah.
At an hour a piece. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I can't get through all this right now because they had the original one, if I remember correctly, had 2 floors. It had 2 floors.
Oh, that sounds like bananas in Florida.
Yeah.
Tower Records in DC had 2 floors. Well, most of the Tower Records actually, there was like 3 or 4 of them, and most of them had 2 floors.
Yes.
My buddy Scott said that Yngwie did a cover of "Smoke on the Water," and he recorded 2 minutes of it, but it won't send due to length.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yes.
So anybody got any concerts lined up for 22? Since we're almost there.
Not that I know of. But who knows? Things may change. Yeah.
Jeff, stay tuned in your neck of the woods. Because if I remember correctly, so the AMP here in Rogers, Arkansas, they have the only concert that I'm interested in currently AMP in mid-June. And if I remember correctly, there's an Oklahoma City date coming. So this could be good for you. I want to say Stu Amphitheater, but I'm probably wrong. Now, Chicago's the headliner. Brian Wilson is the opener.
Ooh, yeah, that would be good.
That's why I want to go. It's not for Chicago because I could care less now. But it's Brian and Al and Blondie.
Oh, Brian and Al. Oh, that's good. Don't say it too loud because you might Mason might hear.
That's the only concert so far. Because, I mean, they announced yesterday Styx and REO are coming together. Well, guess how many times they've done that?
Yeah.
And I mean, I like the new Styx album, but it really doesn't almost sound like Styx anymore. And REO hasn't put an album out since the Christmas album.
Yeah. How many people Styx are still in Styx. Just two? James Young and James, what's his name?
So
And all
James Young,
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Panazzo only does 2 songs, it seems like, on every LP. I think it's just to keep the legality going.
Oh.
And then, of course, Tommy Shaw was there since 76.
Right. Okay.
But, yeah. But, I mean, I like Crash of the Crown, but it really just doesn't sound Styx-ish. I can hear all kinds of different influences on that album, but I'm sitting here and I'm going, oh, yeah, and James Young seems to be getting pushed out, it seems like, because this whole album was written by Tommy Shaw and, oh, God, what's his name? Will, the guy who produced it.
Mm-hmm.
What? I don't know. He worked with the Guess Who for a little while, too. Yeah. So, I mean, I like the album. It's just, it just doesn't really sound Styxy to me, if that makes any sense.
No. Now Dennis DeYoung isn't involved anymore, is he?
Somebody wanted
there you go.
Yeah, it was. Oh, that's a 2 CD set. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a
lot
of
comp.
That's a lot of
Styx. Yeah.
That's a lot of Styx. But I still say all the Wood Nickel stuff, Equinox, and up maybe Grand Illusion, seriously, was my favorite part of the band. But especially the Wood Nickel stuff and Equinox. I love Equinox, and I think that just turned an anniversary not too long ago here. But so I didn't even care about that. And then Steely Dan, Winwood, that got rescheduled to the summer, and I'm like, it's not Steely Dan, it's Don Fagen.
Yeah, Don Fagen, a bunch
Becker's
of people.
dead, and Larry Carlton came back, and he plays guitar on a bunch of the 70s stuff, which it's fine, but I'm like, obviously, he's not going to make as much money being called Don Fagen solo band. So obviously, I think he got Becker's wife's permission or some shit or he bought out the other half or something. It was something really weird. So he basically now owns the name Steely Dan. So, but I'm just like, and I don't know how you people feel about Steely. I think when Gaucho came out in 80, after that, the magic was gone because I don't like those 90s albums. I remember listening to them brand new, and I was kind of disappointed. I maybe like one song off each of them. If you're
I was saying after the Dan split up, Donald Fagen did a really good album called The Night Fly.
Night Fly is a damn good album. Right.
When I was a DJ, I was playing a lot of that material. 82.
Yeah, I loved what was it called? I call it Beautiful World. That's not the title.
Yeah.
It was called something else.
Oh, the International Geophysical Year. IGY.
Yeah. It sounds so Dan. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that whole album is great.
I know.
If you are into Dan, there's a very goofy album, and I have a copy of it. Her name was Rosie Velez, and Rosie was tied to Don Fagen at one point. It was released on A&M, and I want to say it was 85, 86. Dan plays backup on 5 tracks. Both of them. Fagen and Becker both are background on at least 5 songs. And they wrote or something like this on this album. It's a neat little album, but I don't think it ever came on CD. So vinyl cassette for that. And I just happened to accidentally find it at a Goodwill for $1. And I always look at the credits. I always do. And I'm going, wait a minute, what the hell is this? I almost didn't see it. And I played it, and it was a decent album.
Yeah.
But, I'm glad I got to see him live. Jessica fell asleep halfway through, though. She fell asleep halfway through the show. And there was a lot of glaring omissions out of the set list.
Oh, I'm a little late with this
They
one,
came
but here you
back-
go.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
White label.
yes,
White
yes,
label
yes.
promo.
Shake.
Everybody.
And Paul, I've got your Christmas present handy. Paul? Hello, Paul.
I'm
Hello.
hearing you. Go
Yeah.
on. I'm waiting.
Okay, I'm sending you Christmas present. Here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You will like-
have that. That's a good CD.
Oh, you have that one.
That's a good CD. Yeah.
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 Two
I thought that
CDs full
comp's
of
good.
goodness.
It is. I love the old stuff. Listen, my favorite Chicago stuff will always be the first 4 to 5 albums, but anything with Terry Kath on it, that's the best. That's your meat and potatoes right there for Chicago. I like Peter Cetera. He was all right, but it went in a different direction. So it's like I have to be in the attitude to listen to Chicago 16 and 17, okay? If I want to hear that stuff, I'll listen to it. But for me, it's from the first album all the way up to, like, I'd say maybe Chicago 5 or 6. All that. And I saw that they reissued, what was it, last year? The Carnegie Hall with extra. If I could afford it, I'd buy it because I'd love to hear all the extra tapes from the live stuff. Because I bought that thing less than $5. I found it at a garage sale once and it had I still have the poster. I want to put it on the wall, that big ass long poster. And it was one of the best bangs for the buck back then. I'm like, $5? Yes, please. And I don't know where it went. The damn thing disappeared. I do not have it in my collection. It's sad. Very sad.
Yep.
And that documentary they did for Terry Kath by his daughter, that's an excellent documentary. I'll tell you. I mean, I don't know. But Chicago loves Chicago. And you know what? Even that the last studio album they did was 10 years ago. Frontier Records took a stab and they put out an album called Now. It's a weird checkerboard cover. Kind of for 2 seconds you thought maybe it was Cheap Trick, but it's the graphics are really weird. And for that album, they kind of went back to the 70s sound. On about half that album, I was like, they went back, and that was it. They got rid of Jason Chef. That was the last album he was on. And they shortly afterwards they fired him. So, but now that's what it's called.
Here's
so
one
Brian
for
Wilson,
you.
You're damn right, I'll say.
Here's one for you, Paul.
Hang on there. I'm trying to get it look close here. I see yellow promo. See that. I'm just waiting for my stupid computer to work. There you go. You know, truthfully, I don't think I have any promo Nez. I don't think so. Nice. I don't have any promo 45 Nez.
I might have one more.
I
don't know, but that's the one I found.
I have a German.
And
a German.
Here, one more. This is interesting, just because. Oh, and look who it is.
Nice. In mono yet.
Yeah. And the other side is
boy.
Puppy song. Oh,
on Bell.
There we go.
Oh yeah, David Cassidy did some hard work.
I knew I had a Bell promo 45 at least once.
I can just imagine
funny.
how metal sounding the Puppy song sounds.
What was that on the Cherish album? God. Oh, how many times I've come across that album.
I gotta see whether that's on YouTube.
Nope, Dreams and Dreams Are Nothing. From the album Dreams Are Nothing.
Oh.
I don't know that album.
Oh
There you
dear.
go.
Oh, did you know the puppy song peaked at #1 in the UK?
Oh,
Whoa.
it was a hit.
Wow.
Okay.
It was an actual hit. Whoa.
Damn.
Huh.
And then it says, sign the petition below to get David Cassidy inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No.
No, the monkeys go in
There's
before
about
David
50
Cassidy.
other people on my list ahead of him. You get them in there, and I'll consider it.
Yeah.
Paul Revere and the Raiders need to go in before him. Three Dog Night need to go in
Even
before
Mr.
The
Steve knows the puppy
Monkeys,
song.
Warren Zevon,
That's what I
Nick
said, the
Lowe.
Monkees.
I've got a list.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eartha
Oh,
Kitt.
Schnee's asking, is the puppy song the Harry Nielsen song?
Yeah,
puppy
I think.
song.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I can't imagine David
Nielsen
Cassidy.
needs in too.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
Stephen, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. if
Harry
it's-
Nielsen deserves to be in too.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
there.
that's a
Hang
good
on a minute.
I feel
song.
Harry
I'm
Nielsen.
working on it. It's going a little slow, guys. There we go.
There you go. Harry Nielsen.
Yay. Man, oh man. The things we're learning today. See?
Oh, yeah.
We try, ladies and gentlemen.
Educational.
Try.
Yeah.
Exactly. I always said, what did I say? That where my goal on these shows is to entertain and educate.
Mhm.
Always drink shit tons
You
of
want? I'll show you one more thing that's
Okay.
kind of rare.
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Oh.
Hang
You
on.
know why
Doc.
this is rare?
Why?
For some reason, Girls Just Want to Have Fun only came out in a promo picture sleeve. Their standard issue is not
I
in
never
a picture
saw
sleeve.
that.
Yeah, only the promo
Never saw
was in
that.
a picture sleeve for some odd reason. Yeah, both sides stereo on that one. But yeah, so this is a rare picture sleeve.
Seriously, did not know that.
Yep, I don't know why. That's weird that they would just give it to DJs and not regular
Yeah,
folk.
that is
Yeah.
kind of strange.
Yep.
Oh, Stephen.
Oh man, oh man. Oh,
How did you know I had a first album out? Whoa.
Doc,
Canadian
I don't
Superman sandwich.
I don't remember the guy's name. Do you have a personalized license plate, Doc?
Yes.
There's somebody on Facebook who maybe it's even you because I don't know your name that is wanting me to be friends with that has your license plate. Is that you?
I am D-Duckus.
Then it's not you. Somebody else on Facebook
What?
is using their picture as your license plate.
Huh.
Yeah.
Tim,
Or is that
Tim,
you?
you're
But it
correct.
wasn't D-Docus.
It's a fake Docus. The fake Doc. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that the name?
Bingo.
I
Yes.
don't remember the name.
Well,
I've
okay.
been
I just remember the picture of your license plate.
Yeah, well, even the banner has the goofy thing on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
On
man.
the front of a Mustang.
Yeah. Well, I had no doubt it was your car. I just didn't know if it was some fan of yours, or you, or what.
That would be Jeff.
All right. You know what? I am so glad we got to do this. We're almost at 2.5 hours. And even though I don't have to get up early, I still have a bad feeling I'm going to anyway. And so once again, I want to thank my panel here, Jeff, Tim, Doc. Sorry, Doug, you couldn't get yourself up here. I don't know. Maybe we'll get the issues resolved soon enough. And oh, man. And then, of course, everyone in my peanut gallery. Even with the minor drama that happened earlier, Remember, kids, no drama zone. This is a fucking no drama zone in Cyclist Platters.
Yeah.
Eat
I
your
will not
drama
put up
at
with
home.
nonsense.
Yes.
That's right. Leave it at the door because it doesn't come in here.
Don't forget to buy some Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Makes a
right.
great
Go
Christmas
get some
gift.
Chicago. get some-
Chicago. This is the
Go
stuff.
get the puppy song and Partridge and Dave Clark
And the
5
Dave
and the
Yeah, Dave Clark 5 and who knows?
Okay, I can do that one too.
And I finish off with this, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, even the bootleg from Russia. Oh no, not the McCartney. I Dream of Jeannie. Yes, all that stuff. I was trying to think of some TV series that only made it a couple episodes. I don't know. Anywho, yeah, what's happening now? I don't know. Anywho, so I love you, Goth Angel. I miss you, Goth Angel. I cannot wait for you to come back here for the holiday so we could spend our first Thanksgiving and first Christmas because I want it so bad. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I may do a stream tomorrow afternoon. We shall see.
Okay,
But I love you guys. I love you all. Peace and love. Peace and love. Ringo, forget it. Anyways, have a good one.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.